Hey, it's me, Nalthazar, and welcome to another episode of Card Showcase. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at Mirrodin Besieged. So it's a masterpiece from Throne of Eldraine, and I got this card a long time ago, and when I first got it, I was thinking, you know what, I'm totally going to break the bottom half of this card. So at the end of your turn, discard a card and draw a card. Then, if there are 20 or more artifact cards in your graveyard, gain 30 loyalty. So I had all these delusions of making decks where I was getting 30 loyalty a turn and that it would be super amazing. And then I actually played with the card and realized that the broken half is the top half and not the bottom half. So the top half reads, whenever you cast an artifact support, create X Mir tokens. X is equal to your highest artifact support shield. So these Mir tokens are 1/1 artifact critters, and they are super nasty, especially if you have a way of getting an artifact out with a bunch of shields. So how do we do that? But yet another Throne of Eldraine masterpiece. So Urza. Urza, Lord High Artificer, makes factory tokens, and those factory tokens are supports. They're artifact supports that have 4 shields every time Urza comes down. So if we make a deck that plays in Urza every single turn, then we're going to be getting +4 shields every single turn. And so, well, if Urza's the only creature in our deck, and we use, say, Killer Instinct, then Urza's going to come down every turn, reinforce the support, give it 4 more shields, so that when we play our artifacts, Mirrodin Besieged is going to be making a ton of Mir tokens. Now, for our artifact supports, I'm running the Great Henge, I am running Shadow Spear, and I am running Midnight Clock. So Midnight Clock is blue gem conversion, so it goes with the whole theme of the deck. Shadow Spear is going to get rid of hexproof from our opponent's things. It's going to give us lifelink. It does a bunch of great stuff. And then the Great Henge is going to be basically a free artifact. It costs like 0 mana, because once you get those Urza stacks up, you have the requisite 26 power, and so this thing costs 26 less, and you get the picture. So from there, we've got a little bit of removal. We've got Death Sprout to kill things. We've got Finale of Revelation to draw us a few more cards. And finally, we have Kenrith's Transformation to make the Mir tokens into beautiful, wonderful, sweet, deadly creatures. So let's just go ahead, throw this into the training grounds, and give you guys a quick taste of what Mirrodin Besieged looks like. Now, this is an amazing jam layout, like perfect. And then this is an even better starting hand. Wow, this is awesome. Okay, so goal number 1 with this deck is basically always to try and get Urza out as quickly as possible, because once you get Urza out, you've got crazy gem conversion. So what we're really looking for here is the gem conversion from Urza. So let's go ahead, take that match down there, just keep reaping these crazy matches. Goodness gracious. That's awesome. Oh, and we just got 2 artifacts. So now if we can just get Mirrodin Besieged. There it is. Okay, I mean, Bolas could play some kind of crazy world wipe, but this is looking like it will be a perfect opportunity to showcase this deck. So here I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to toss that Castle Vantress. I'm going to toss the bonus Killer Instinct. I'm going to use Sarkhan's ability to draw a card. I'm actually going to keep that Death Sprout. And then I'm going to try and get that Mirrodin Besieged down. So, let's see. That black match is going to be the way to go for sure. So, all right. So this is going to be the way to go because it gives us black into blue, into blue. Unfortunately, we got another Death Sprout, but honestly, that's really not too big of a deal. At this stage, I'm now fishing for Kenrith's Transformation. So I want to be able to turn all of the tokens that I make into particularly nasty baddies. Our supports, we've got Urza's Factory at 7 shields. Unfortunately, it did get put on a blue gem, so that just means we're going to be losing some of them. Very, very sad times. We've got Castle Vantress, also not on a blue gem this time, I guess. I was going to say also on a blue gem. It's on a red gem. I'm good at telling what colors are. I'm very good at that. Oh, excellent. Kenrith's Transformation. Hello there. How are you today? I am doing well. I hope you are too. So here, let's actually just go ahead and I suppose I could make this blue match. That makes me sad though. Makes me sad taking down those artifact shields. It's okay. We want a few more turns of Urzas. So the few extra turns of Urzas are just going to keep buffing that support token to the extent that we're just going to be getting some entirely unfair things happening that Bolas is going to be able to do nothing about. Now, we definitely don't need these Kenrith transformations at all. I'm going to save that one just in case, but I don't want it. So I'm going to toss them both. At this stage, now, what are you fishing for, Nalthazar? I am fishing for these wonderful things called artifacts. I want more artifacts so that I can have a really, really big turn. Now, getting that super boost there was... It's okay. So it's gonna get us some Mer tokens off the bat. This also means, though, that Urza will no longer die to Killer Instinct. So that's just something to keep in mind there. Now, as for our matches, let's go ahead and take the... We don't need mana. Let's take the black match away from Bolas. See if that helps us at all. I mean, it lets us use our first ability again. Now, if you're wondering, why are you using Sarkhan's first? Like, that's definitely not his best ability. We want the card draw, so that's the real key here, is getting that extra card draw. That extra card draw is going to enable us to do more sweet, wonderful, amazing things, and to boost our mana bonuses. Sarkhan doesn't exactly have the greatest mana bonuses in the game, so this lets us bypass that by just a little bit. Now, let's see. Here, I think with just one more turn, we can do some pretty terrible things. So I know I could do it this turn, and I could just go ahead and put Bolas out of his misery. But what fun is that, right? Like Bolas has done so much evil in the Magic universe that we should force Bolas to feel the evil himself. So we've got 2 artifacts in hand. We're gonna drop the Death Sprout this turn. That's okay. And then our artifact should be at about 16 shields next turn is my guess. I'm guessing we're gonna pop one of the shields with this huge blue cascade here, but maybe not. Let's see. So 17, does it go down to 16? That's the question. No, it did not. Okay, cool. Very, very cool. Now you guys get to see the real fun of this deck. So this is going to be a pretty big turn. I'm just warning you in advance. So if you're like, Nalthazar, what just happened? It's going to be big turn alert. Okay, that's the moral of the story. Let's see how big we can get our tokens. So we're going to be playing 5 artifacts. It's going to be 5 times 17, that's going to be 85 Mer tokens this turn, and then 85 times 3 is going to be 255, I think. So we're going to be adding 255 power to our Mer tokens just this turn. The Mer tokens already had like 6, or they were already at like 40, so, or something like that, right? They were around 40. So we're going to be getting pretty darn close to 300 power with hasty lifelink tokens, right? 300 power, hasty, lifelink tokens. And so the nasty thing about this deck is even if our opponent decides to try and remove Urza, so you're going to hear a little movement, I'm just moving my computer away. So even if the opponent tries to kill Urza, they're welcome to kill Urza. If they kill the tokens, they're welcome to kill the tokens, because we've got so much card draw and so much gem conversion that we're ultimately just going to be doing terrible, terrible, nasty things to our opponent. And there's really nothing that the opponent can do about it, which is one of the super sweet things about this deck. So the loop timer, I'm sure, is going to say something to me very soon. Yeah, there it is. The loop timer likes to come knocking with this deck. So if you're one of those players that periodically has, no, I'm not stopping the loop, has issues with the loop timer, then this might not be the deck for you. But if you don't have issues with the loop timer, then this deck is made for you personally. I made it for you. Yes, that's right, you, this person watching the video. So let's see if we can get one more. Oh, that's so perfect. Okay, that was beautiful. I didn't even, okay, like I'm not even like trying to get like the best video like by video, I mean, obviously I want it. What I mean is I'm not trying to get like the best take of this deck, but this is going to get pretty close to my record. So wow, this is going to be a big turn. Oh, this is fantastic. Okay. Hopefully the data doesn't get corrupted. I've actually filmed this one maybe 10 times, maybe more. Just because either the audio didn't save right or the video didn't save right. I've been messing around with a bunch of new like hardware and software, so it's been a little bit mean, but all right. So we get to see the Mir tokens at over 400 power. They're going to get to, I think, almost 450. They'll be just shy. They'll be in the 440s. But okay, so you get to see just how nasty this deck is. This is standard, completely legal, and completely wonderful. Yeah, just shy of 450. So, yeah, that's the deck. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna show it again in case you want to make it. It's really fun. Yes, it's a bit loopy, but you know, that's just how some of our PQ decks are, right? So, thank you for watching. Appreciate you all. I hope you guys are all well, and I will see you in the next one.